Jim sees them all.
Yeah.
Eddie, Dave is kind of funny.
Yeah.
Dave's a little flaky guy, kid around, you know. He's just waiting to get all these coins. Yeah. I told him stuff, but Dave was
You
funny.
ever talk to him much?
Yeah, I'm you know, he's always telling me, wait to get these corny jokes for him.
We've got Mel, we'll wrap it up with Mel. We've got Eddie calling in now, we'll do Eddie. In the meantime, if Eddie calls in, I don't know.
You're right, each other.
I'll take it, just tell me when it rings. And this time, we're going to play the Sinatra song,
Yeah,
and this one will be next. In case everything else goes well, it goes well. It only gets better on television next year with Teddy Smith and Jeff Capazzi right here, WTNY, TED, WJEFF. Eddie, how are you, Eddie?
When you going to leave?
Eddie, will you be able to call this number? I'll watch the phone as it rings. 212-219-9695.
No, I don't.
Thank you, appreciate it. Thank you, Eddie. I'm going to say goodbye to Mel Carter, but I'll watch the line. What do you want to do after Eddie's interview? Sinatra?
Yeah, Sinatra.
We're going to have Frank over here. We're going to have the singers.
Great singers here.
Robin Powell and Lillian.
Robin Roberts. Robin
Okay,
Roberts.
what's your number?
I mean, Robin Roberts.
How old was your baby?
Yeah, right. Thanks, sir. Hello, okay, Eddie? Eddie. Okay, Eddie. Okay, hold on, Eddie. Okay, Freddie. Hold on a second. How's Dave? Okay, wish me a happy Merry Christmas. Eddie. Hold on. Got it. Say goodbye to Mel. Put it here. All the red songs.
You live here in the city?
Tell me the next.
I'm up in my word.
That's where I live too.
Well, I know I can be sure right now because I got the gentleman who sang the song. Here is Mr. Eddie Brigati. We're going to talk to him to go back to Mel Carter in a moment. Eddie, great to have you here at WPAT. Happy Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to you.
Yes, it's a joy to be here, and we have. I read a list of friends, and I'm a fan of a lot of people that you have. It's a joy to just be able to say, bless us all, and really enjoy the spirit of the holy days, the holidays, and a wonderful, wonderful New Year to all my
There you go, Tony.
friends and fans and family, all people.
And up-and-coming events for Eddie Brigati in 2016. Anything we should know about? Anything that's not out there yet that we should know now?
We're constantly changing.
Yes, I certainly. Great, one of your great songs.
This is the joy. The music is the gem, the art of my life. So that's perpetual. We just keep creating it, and hopefully it comes out, and we'll be continuing adding on to our legacy. Brother Dave and I have a lot of stuff that we haven't released, and it's just continuing. It's a pleasure to be in this field that we're in.
Eddie Brigati, I know you've met most people in the music industry. Who's one person that you didn't meet? Is there anyone?
The big ones. I never met Elvis. I never met Frank Sinatra. I never met Pee Wee Herman. No, it's and when you do meet people, it's fleeting.
But you met John Sebastian, right? I'm sure.
John Sebastian, sure. Originally, in the early days when we were at the what was it, Columbus Circle. There was a convention center there, and we performed, I think, on tables, luncheonette tables originally. It's a wonderful history, and you just keep on adding to it. Hopefully, it's a whole confederation of people that
Eddie Brigati
have this. What is it? It's a joy again to be in the music world. It's a super gift from us to us and to all the people.
Eddie, it's great to play your vinyls here on WPAT. A lot of people are talking about it all over Facebook and Twitter. How do you keep playing vinyls on a radio station that uses computers? You said, well, we play vinyls, we play cards, 8-track tapes, CDs, everything that we used to play, all the old-time things, we still use them, by the way.
You know what, Patterson, PAT, I'm originating from Patterson, right?
Yeah.
Yes, sir, right out there near Route 46.
Patterson is such a hub historically. I don't know if you know about the museums out there And recently, the Lenape had an exhibit in the museum in downtown at the Patterson Falls. There was a ceremony, and they just had wonderful exhibits. I think the original cult of the firearms manufacturers were there, and they did a whole thing about locomotives. There's some of the original ones in this country were built there. The original submarines are still on display there. And Patterson is a hub to the Lenape Nation. It's the Sand Hill Indians, they call it. But if you ever get a chance, look in on it. The universities are all in on it and all. And we have a very rich culture, New Jersey. And we're spreading it to the arts.
And we can thank Mr. Jim Petrecca, our executive producer, for being part of your life for all these great years and all the great programs and shows that he's done for the last 5 years here at WPAT, including having you on the show. Thanks to Mr. Jim Petrecca.
Yeah, he's a dear friend. He's a good friend, and he's been a real ally. Personally, our family. He is very brave. He's consistently playing with Brother Dave. So it's this is about the unity, this season especially. It's about trying to be together, trying to get together, and trying to project some kind of civil, caring notion for the world. The world's a little frantic
Groovin?
as we speak,
Okay.
but I tend to listen to the grandmothers. The grandmothers had the wisdom and the patience and the courage to educate us. And just shout out to all the Jersey grandmothers.
Yeah, I got people calling up right here on Facebook and on Twitter said they want to hear Groovin'. That's a groovy song, Groovin'. I mean, we've been playing it on the air for so many years here at WPT, and all the other 20 radio stations I've worked at played it as well. So certainly WABC played it, WAEW played it, every radio station in New York City, in Philadelphia, Detroit, Boston. All your major markets and small stations played it as well. Anything you'd like to leave us with Groovin' tonight?
Well, listen, Groovin' was we lived upstairs from the in the Hotel 14 upstairs from the Copacabana in New York, and it was developed that we would walk out the thing and go down to the park, which is right off Central Park, and you could be anyone you wanted to be. Down the crowded avenue, the whole thing was a real story about us just grooving. And as a joke, I think I often mention that I think at one point Boston banned the song. So we had to ban Boston for a while, but that's a joke.
And we've got actually people listening from Boston tonight. We have some very surprised drop-by guests. Some big radio announcers, I believe, calling in from all over the country. I don't know at what time, when, or where, but that's how we do live radio. We don't know when, where, or how it happens. It just happens. I know a great fan of yours, cousin Bruce Morrow, who's done a lot of great things, and Dan Ingram and all the greats at WABC, playing all your great music for all the great. We celebrate their life and broadcasting as well here tonight at WPAT.
Well, again, it's our honor to be here and counted with all our celebrity friends. It becomes like a family. You run into each other. It could be 15 minutes or a show or whatever, and it's part of your, let's say, our society, the musical society. I think it's one of the highest thing you could do in the world, I think, is feed people. And then the next thing, I think, is the arts. I think singing and the music is the next thing that you can, give to the world. And it's universal.
Frank Sinatra, of course, would have been 100 years old, right? This past week he would have turned 100 years old. Anything you'd like to reminisce about the late Mr. Frank Sinatra? We're doing a special, by the way, to Mr. Sinatra.
He was the character. He exemplifies New Jersey. He had the attitude. He had the confidence. He had the talent, super talented character, and it's indelible. It's indelible in American music, American art. He's like one of the major, I would say, self-created artists. And that's the same way. I was never educated in music. I didn't know much about business, but we had an ear. And I followed my brother into an incredible,
Oh, okay.
I call it a co-biography.
We'll go with them in a second.
I created my
Just leave that.
beginning.
Look from
My
there.
first recording was "What Kind of Love Is This?" That was Joey D's last album, and that was I was 15, and I think that was the first tenor. And from that point on, we created Rascals. I worked for Joey about 2 years.